Hi everyone, hope you're all well, hope you're all doing okay out there. It's worked out that today is a really good day for doing this talk on high vibrational energy symptoms and energy block issues, because today the energies are super high, really high. So what better day to talk about all of these symptoms. Now, just to give you an idea, from Saturday just gone to the Saturday before, so that week from Saturday to the last Saturday, we had one X class flare and 69 M class flares. So if I say to you that go back a couple, 2-3 years ago, when I was mainly on here, although I do think I was on here probably, I don't know how long I've been going on here for now, probably about 4 years. But I used to talk about, hi Inga, hi Lulu, lovely to see you. Well, I used to talk about, like, every now and again, sort of maybe once or twice a week, I'd come on and go, oh, the energies are really high today. And that was probably because we had a bit of an M class flare. So we have C class, where we're normally sort of going like this, sort of on the C class. Yes, C class flares. And then when they go higher, they go into the M class. Now, when I used to say to you about, oh, we got a big energy flare coming in, that was because it went into the M class. So that would happen, going back a couple of years, say, that would happen like once, twice a month, we'd go into the M class. Now, in 1 week, that last week, we had 69 in 1 week going into the M class. And today so far, we've had 3 M class flares. This is off of the sun. If somebody's not sort of sure what I'm talking about, these M class, X class flares, these are sun blast from the sun, the energy from the sun, and it's there. What these are, the M, C, X class. These are grades of how strong they are. So X being the strongest. So today, so far, we've had 3 M class and 2 X class flares already today. So I did wonder why I was feeling this afternoon a little bit like I wasn't here. So I don't know if anyone else has sort of felt like that, just sort of felt like you weren't here. You were doing things, but you weren't really here. So yeah, what a great day to come on and start to talk and explain about some of these symptoms. So before, when we used to have these symptoms, like I say, used to come on and sort of say, oh, we've got a big, wave of energy coming in. We were more in the 3D, three-dimensional bracket of our wavelength, our frequency. We were more 3D going into the 4D than the dimensional. So this was sort of as we were starting to do the sort of like the ascension. But now we've moved on, we've changed our energy through the energy that's coming in at the moment. So we are now, because of the more stronger and the different frequencies, the different patterning that's coming in, the more upgrades that we're getting, our changing, we are now more in the fourth dimension going into the 5th. Now, if you do a lot of your work, you keep yourself in a high vibration, then you will be in and out of the 5th dimensional energies. Doesn't mean to say you're in the 5D world. We're not there yet, but you can still be holding the 5th dimensional frequencies if you're keeping your energies up high. So now we're getting these real strong energies coming in. We're on a higher level now, vibrational level now, the 4th to the 5th dimension. So the symptoms that we're getting are going to be different as well than they were a few years ago. So this is why I brought this forward, because some of you may be sort of like wondering what the hell's going on with you. So they're more intense, they're more constant, and they're much higher because we're upgrading our DNA. and changing our 4 bodies. You know, it's not just the physical body, although the physical body will probably feel aches and pains, but it's all 4 bodies, so they're mental, emotional, physical and spiritual, energetic body that's upgrading. We're activating, and there's going to be a lot of cellular restructure as well. So when people don't understand this, so you may hear like a lot of people that aren't sort of awake to all of this. You may hear people saying, oh, I've got this pain, I've got that pain, I went to the doctors, I'm off to the doctors, and because they don't understand what's going on, they just think that they're ill. So they will run off to the doctors. The doctor won't know what the hell's wrong with them and probably just gives them painkillers or antidepressants or send them for tests, which they will never find out what was wrong with them, because this is, a lot of it is energetic. Now, I'm not saying every single thing that people get is to do with the energy, and obviously use your discretion on this. If you really think it is something outside of the energetics that's happening, then please go and seek medical advice on that. I will be talking a little bit about your chakras and your meridian lines, because these are all energy. So your meridian lines are all to do with the energy channels that flow through your body. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you have 12 meridians on one side and 12 on the other side. They mirror each other, and they are connected to like organs or major glands within the body. You also have a central one down the front and a governing one that runs down the back. So altogether you have 26 meridians. These are energy flow lines, energy ley lines, if you like, of the body. So obviously these will be affected because of the energy going on. And then we have chakras. And the chakras, if you're not aware of chakras, they are energy wheels, energy portals within the body. We have hundreds within the body, tiny little ones, big ones, but you're probably more aware of the 7 main chakras that run straight through the body. But I deal with, at the moment, 15 of the chakras. So if I quickly explain those, you have an Earth Star chakra, which is about 12 inches below your feet, connecting you to the Earth, to Gaia. And then you come up and you have your base chakra, which is just like underneath you, sort of near the tailbone. You then have the sacral, which is sort of a hand below the belly button. You have your navel, you're obviously on the navel, the belly button. You have your solar plexus, sort of like, say, like a hand width sort of up. Then you have your heart, your higher heart up here. You have your throat at the back of the neck, just at the bottom of the head. You have your ultra major chakra. Then you have your third eye, your crown chakra on top, and then coming out of the physical body, you have so you have your crown, you have your causal, you have your soul star, you have your stellar gateway, and then your solar junction. So all going upwards into the universe. So all of these can be affected with these energy changes. So I just want to bring those in so you're aware of all of those. So here's what you can expect, or maybe expecting to experience with all of these energies coming in, which are fantastic. It's exciting because we're upgrading. So, but it's, you know, how, so you know, okay, so you know. So, right, number 1, racing heart or heart palpitations. Now, this is to do with the heart meridian and the heart chakra. Okay, and it's as we're having that heart expansion, we're having a heart expansion with this energy coming in. Now, it's the electrical sensations within the heart as that heart expands. Now, don't forget, we are electrical magnetic beings. So the magnetic part is where we are grounding to the earth, which is important. We're getting that magnetics from the ground. And the electrical sort of side of our connection is with the universal energies. So when those universal energies are higher, then that electrical response in our bodies, in our system, electrical magnetic system, is going to be affected. So when you're getting all of a sudden a bit of a racing heart or heart palpitations, this is what's going on. It's as the electrical pulses are coming through from this energy, so the electrical pulse goes through your body, and then you can get those heart palpitations or a racing heart sort of feeling. So unless you feel there's something really physically wrong with your heart, then I wouldn't worry. And if it sort of like comes and then goes, then don't worry. This is what it can be. But like I say, if you really feel that there is something really, really wrong, please get medical help there. So that's number one, heart palpitations. And it might be a good idea as I go through this, just sort of like mark down, tick how many of these you're actually getting yourself. The next one is blurred vision. Now this is to do with the third eye and the crown. As we're getting activated, the water within us is getting activated. And it's not just the water within, the water everywhere is getting activated. And obviously that means we are, because we are mostly water. I'm not giving a percentage because it depends who you talk to, it's different percentages, but we are mostly water. So don't forget, as that water is upgraded and activated, and so is the water within our bodies. So this is why you may find that you are getting a bit of blurred vision, and also that your vision, your eyesight's changing. So you can, obviously it's sort of fairly stable. Then one day you wake up and you think, oh, I can see that now. That's very clear, or near things or far things. Or, I've really got this today. All of a sudden, it feels like, when you put somebody else's glasses on they're a different prescription and maybe a lot stronger, and you put them on and it's like, ooh. and you feel a bit cross-eyed because all of a sudden that vision has changed and it makes your eyes a bit funny. That's how I've been feeling today, as all of a sudden this energy that's coming in today is obviously affecting the water upgrades. So yes, blurred vision. And this is really annoying. It feels like, when you wake up in the morning and your eyes are still a bit blurry as you wake up. It's like that, but all day long. You're just getting this constantly all day, and you feel like you're having to keep blinking to try and still see clearly. So blurred vision and vision differences all of a sudden. So that is a number 2. Number 3, if you're getting any of these or you're getting any different ones, just pop them up on the comment about them if you want to. Number 3, dizziness. Okay, dizziness which is overloading the crown, the uploading and upgrades coming in from the crown. And it's also because you've got grounding issues, the roots, the earth star, which is the lower ones, like I said, down the bottom. Let's put my finger there because I'm losing track of where I am. These are grounding issues. So you may feel like you need to, or you will feel like you should ground more. So grounding, clear, and also clear the energies up here. As these upgrades are coming in, it could be that you're getting a lot of lower energy stuck up here. So the downloads are not so easy coming down. So if you do a bit of clearing, just with your intentions to clear the energy above your head, where those chakras are above your head, for easy access for this energy coming down, that can help. And also to do some grounding. Now if you're not sure about grounding and what to do, the last video that I done on here, or it's on YouTube now, that's about the 888 Lionsgate energies. I've got on there about grounding. Okay, so go and have a look on there. You need to do a bit more grounding, because a lot of people are starting to feel a bit dizzy, and you'll hear that people, I turned around and I was dizzy and I fell over and all this. So look out for that for people. The next one is struggling to breathe. So you're struggling to breathe when the energies are high. So as they're high today, you may have some of this feeling like you can't sort of get a full breath. Now this is lung and heart meridian, which is what you're doing. You're processing grief, loss, Okay, and a disconnection from creator issues. Okay, so if you've lost faith in all, if you are maybe feeling that you're an atheist, you have no faith, then this can be the issue with the struggling to breathe. It may not be this lifetime. It can be any sort of life, any past lifetimes where you've had great loss, great, you know, the grief coming in. So just breathe as much as you can with a steady, calm breath. Okay, if you're feeling like you can't breathe, just steady, center yourself, again, ground, and really go within and feel like you're breathing from the heart space. Okay, so that can be about the struggling to breathe. I just saw, Inga, you put something up. Will Aquan help Adele with the water upgrade? Yes and no. I spoke to you about the Aquan, didn't I, Inga, about issues that have been going on with it. Intentional water, I'd say. Just get your water, use that intentional water. Now, I think I spoke about that again on the last video, and if not, I may do another video on about intentional water. I don't think I've got it on this one, no, but definitely no, not even Mother Aquan. I'll speak to you about that, Inga. I'll send you a message about the Aquan. I told you about what's happened with that, with Alex Ling and everything, that things aren't so good anymore. But I'll talk about that. But no, with the water, intentional water. So put your intentions, your highest intentions into water. Okay, number 5, digestive issues. Okay, so bloating. You may feel like that you're really starting to bloat out. Now, I know this is one of my issues at the moment. Really feeling very bloated. Now, this is because of the expanding of the sun energies, and so you'll be getting this expanding of the solar plexus. Okay, here. So you may feel in this point, you feeling you're really sort of getting quite bloated. So this again is an energetic thing. You may find that you're unable to tolerate synthetic or processed foods, those that aren't really good for you, and certain intolerances coming in as well. So where you was absolutely fine eating a certain thing, all of a sudden you're having reactions to it, you're becoming intolerant to them. So just listen and watch out for that. You know, watch out what, you know, if you get sort of like a bit of tummy problems or anything, just think, hang on, what did I eat in the last sort of 12-24 hours, and keep a note of that, because it could be all of a sudden you're becoming intolerant. As your energies are rising, you're getting higher energies into you, your body only wants those higher energetic foods as well. Right, great, Inga. Yeah, just do your intentions. You can put your intentions into the Aquan, and for anything lower programming to be released, as you would with water anyway. You can do. I'm sure I did that on the 888 video, the last video. I spoke about intentions into water, intentional water. I'll have to check, and if I haven't, I'll do another video on that. Right, the next one, diarrhea or constipation, which really can fit in with the last one, digestive issues. Now, this is your base issues, root chakra issues. And it is a way of purging as well, of getting rid of really what is not longer required in your body, and the energetics within your body. And the rapid energy changes, because like these are coming in really sort of like quickly, you know, like I say, 2 X-class flares today, boom, boom. And, you know, that's a lot for your body to take on. And so it will sort of purge out what is no longer needed, and then it might go like you lifted off a bit the energies, and then you may find like a bit of constipation sort of come in. It's like 1 minute one thing, the next minute another thing. So yeah, that could be the reason. Obviously, if you're feeling poorly with it, you know, if you have like a stomach bug or flu, you know that you feel ill. There's a feeling to being ill. You know it's an illness and not just something on its own. You feel all right, but you just got like a dodgy stomach, or you know, or one of these other things. Right, the next one is extreme fatigue, tiredness. This is probably the main one. And, you know, crumbs, we're getting this all the time. It's like nearly every day that you're getting this extreme tiredness. Maybe not all day, but all of a sudden you'll be knocked out because of this energy that's coming in. These are DNA upgrades to your soul star, the stellar gateway, up here, the solar junctions, the chakras. So we can fully integrate, okay, and take in downloads. So when these energies, oh, excuse me, let me just have some of my cold tea again. So when we're getting these energies come in, so we can download them properly, and I've spoken about this before, it makes us very tired, so we stop or sleep so we can integrate them properly, okay? So, and as I say, that's like most days at the moment, because we're just getting it constant. Another one is restless jaw or teeth grinding, or jaw pain, or pressure. It feels like pressure on the roof of the mouth as well. It feels like you want to keep pushing it sort of on the roof of the mouth. This is stuck energy in the physical template, so the physical body, and in the throat meridian. And these could be blockages that you need to release from Atlantean times and Lemurian times as well. And it can also be the Alta Major, that chakra at the back of the head, or there's another words for it, is the mouth of God. That just at the base of the spine, where it sort of goes like that at the base of the spine, that's the Alta Major or mouth of God, which connects us to that higher source, whatever you want to call that, higher energy source, whatever. So yeah, there could be a lot of clearing that needs to be done from the Atlantean times, the Lemurian times, where the throat and the Alta Major was shut down, that things weren't, you know, spoken about anymore. So this is where the jaw comes in, okay? So again, just try to be very aware if you are biting, grinding your teeth, feeling that pain. Give yourself a bit of a jaw rub, release some of that energy stuck there. Dehydration. Now this is the solar radiation that's coming in. And don't get in fear when I say radiation. You know, we're always getting radiation coming from the sun. That is it. That's all part of the sun. And yes, I think I must have talked about the water in the last video. So go back and have a look at some of that if you haven't seen that, about the water and having salt as well. Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, because that is really good for you. So make sure that you are having the water and the salt as well, to counteract that feeling of not just dehydration, but that radiation feeling as well. And I must admit, I have noticed a couple of, as this past week, sitting indoors, I have felt, you know, when you're in the sun and you can feel the sun starting to burn, that feeling. I felt that and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm indoors. Why am I feeling that sort? But I think it is the radiation, because it's getting a lot higher. As I say, don't go into fear, because it's nothing to worry about, okay? But it's just as these energies are getting higher. So if you start to feel that sort of feeling on your skin anywhere, then you need to drink more water, okay? More hydration, she says, as she's taking some more tea. Right, next one, skin issues. Now this is to do with the root, the base chakra, the sacral, the crown chakra, and again the solar radiation. Now this can also be coming in from the 5G towers and Wi-Fi sensitivity as well, as we're getting more sensitive to things. These the not so good energies, the EMFs, electromagnetic frequency of these energies, the not good energies, we're getting more sort of sensitive to these, so we can get irritations and allergies, maybe to sort of chemical things really that our body is saying this isn't good for us, okay? So as our energies are rising up, it's you know, it's saying, look, this isn't good for you, so you're becoming sort of like intolerant to these things. So skin irritations or skin issues. Next one, racing uncontrollable thoughts. This is the mental template overload, and where the heart meridian sort of shuts down and won't open, or finding it difficult to open. So this is all about like the third eye, okay, as well, the third eye, or use your how can I put this? It's your ability to filter the news, and using your discernment at the moment, because this is where all these racing uncontrollable thoughts are coming. Disconnect from fear. So many times I've mentioned this about the fear, so disconnect with the fear. And you know, you may be getting this as you're waking up to all of the lies and the deceit out there as well. Inga, I found an EMF detox on life. Yes, there are on the resonance frequency, there is an EMF detox, and we here at Maradell's, we do stickers for that. If anyone over in Spain is interested, or we can send them overseas as well. We do the frequency imprinted stickers that you can wear on you, and that sort of helps you with the EMF, that dirty electricity. Yeah, so racing uncontrollable thoughts. So we really need to come into our own discernment and really sort of check in about what we're watching, the news, disconnecting from the fear and all of that. Right, next one. I know there's quite a few on here, but obviously there's a lot going on at the moment. Irritability and sensitivity to light and sound. Hypersensitivity and upgrades are in the process. So you can have like an overload of light data coming into the physical with this energy, and as that comes in, so as I said, today it is a very, very high vibration at the moment coming in today. So if you find you are getting a little bit of irritability around light or sound, I find it more with sound with me. You know, if the TV's up a bit loud or music's a little bit loud, it's sort of like that. I find that sensitive to the hearing more actually to the light. But if that's what's happening to you, you're getting that sensitivity around that, that's because of this light data. Data is coming in these energies. That's what it is. It's light data that's coming in into the physical, and the physical is finding it difficult to take it all in. So it becomes very sensitive. Needing lots of quiet time away from the crowd. Then that's when upgrades are in progress, you know, and that can affect the soul star chakra. Again, this is up here, the soul star up here. That's as that is expanding as well. And especially if you around people that aren't on the same sort of wavelength mindset as you feel like you really don't want to be around them. It can be very tiring to be around those sorts of people. And it's like you're having to disconnect from your feelings when you're around them. So you just think, I'm just going to sort of stay in my own space, or space where you're with like-minded people as well. So needing more quiet time as well with you. Illogical sense of impending doom. Again, this is a bit like the one we spoke of, where was it? Like racing uncontrollable thoughts. So if you're getting sort of illogical sense of impending doom, this is because you're sort of like attaching too much, you know, to the 3D world out there. And it's a bit of an you're overloading that mental template with all of the stuff that's going on. So you might have like egoic issues and unresolved fear. So with the ego sort of mind, start to really come in with the ego and quieten it down. Remember, you're in control, not the ego. You're in control. The ego is being given free rein to go mental and control you. So take that control back and you tell the ego mind to quieten down, to be quiet. So you have time to think logically. Okay, so practice learning to quieten that ego mind down, the one that's always throwing all of those negative things at you. And if it's any unresolved fear, then there could be the shadow work that you need doing, some healing, some clearing. You're being triggered by things. And maybe that you are attaching to too much of the 3D world, all that's going on at the moment. Now, I really stress upon this because we really are now at that time, what I've been talking about for years. As you probably can see in, you know, well, maybe some, I don't know if it's on mainstream, I don't know what's on mainstream news, but certainly if you're looking at other alternative news, you will find that there's lots going on in the world at the moment. Lots going on at the moment. So, you know, if you are feeling like this, maybe you're attaching your emotions too much to what's playing out at the moment. So step back a bit from that, detach from that. Okay, and again, talking about detached, you feel like you're detached from reality. You're feeling like a multi-dimensional self is coming online. And this is like what I said to you earlier. This is how I felt today. I felt I was here, but I wasn't. That sort of strange feeling. It feels like you have two bodies, as if there's two energies. So you have, you know, that 3D version of you, that one with the ego, and then you have your consciousness, which is your higher consciousness that's coming in more. And again, I spoke about this on the video I did about my ego, when I was shown my ego, and how that the ego is going away less and less, and it will be there just for our safety, and our higher consciousness is coming in more. And this is really sort of like, as you are moving from the higher fourth dimensional energies and going into the fifth dimensional energies, that this is what's happening. It almost feels like there's two of you. And that's why it feels like you're here, but you're not. So you may start feeling like that if you're really raising your vibration sort of higher up now. Now there's some spiritual victimization or self-diagnosed psychic attacks. Now this is, you're attaching again too low to the three-dimensional self, and you're losing yourself. You need to, as I say, step back. This is really sort of relating more to the one that we had before about the illogical impending doom sort of thing. is because if you are very much on those lower vibrations and you're bringing those lower vibrations in and attaching to the 3D dimension, then you can be sort of like bringing psychic attacks to you, because it's what you're attracting to you. You know, you're in that energy. So when you're at that energy, then you're going to bring in that energy to you. Okay. So that is a really important one for making sure that you're raising your vibrations as high as possible. Let's go on to the next one. Night sweats. Now, I think it sweats all day and night, but probably more so at night. But I'm feeling like the day ones are increasing as well. And I know, obviously, we're in Spain and it's hot here. And it's not just the weather, okay? And I've spoken to people this last sort of week, and we're finding it very hard to tolerate this heat at the moment. And like I say, it's not just the weather, okay? It's also the energies that are coming in. They are making our cells oscillate quicker. That's causing energy, and that's causing the heat. Okay, so and this is what's causing these sweats. You know, as I say, it is probably worse at night, because that's when our bodies, you know, we calm down. We're not doing our everyday, daily sort of things, and then it gets more chance for those energies to come in. And so then the sweating starts, the heat builds up even more. And why that, if you know you are in Spain, in a hot country, or even in the UK, you've had your days of where it's been quite hot. If you found it more, you know, more difficult to tolerate that heat all of a sudden, and it's sort of like, well, it's only this, you know, temperature. I can normally handle this. Why am I finding it so difficult? It's because of the extra energy coming in is making your body heat up even more and get a bit sweaty. Okay, teeth issues. This is to do with the root and emotional purging as well. So I don't know if you know, but every single tooth in your head is linked to organs or parts of the body. I'm not sure which ones, but there are graphs and diagrams to show you that. So as we are upgrading, our DNA is upgrading, we're changing to a crystalline form. So as we're upgrading all of our body and the organs, that's affecting the teeth as well. Okay, so if you are having a lot of teeth issues, and I have heard lots and lots of people at the moment sort of going, oh, they've got this, they've got that wrong with their teeth, they're going to the dentist. So that's another one that people are sort of getting into, is coming up for people. Erratic sleep patterns, that's melatonin deficiency. So what you will need to do there is get more sunlight. Now, you know, we are being brainwashed about the sun, how it's bad for us and we should cover up and we should wear sunscreen and all this sort of stuff, and sunglasses and all that. And it's wrong, it's wrong. Sun gazing, watch the sun come up and the sun go down at night. This is really good for you, and this will really help with your melatonin levels as well. Helps with your third eye, the pineal gland. And have less artificial light as well. So when it gets darker in the evening, don't flick on all the lights and that. You know, maybe have candle light or a dimmer sort of light in the room. And de-stress yourself as well. And this will help with the sleeping patterns. But like I've said a couple of back again, when you're having night sweats as well, that can wake you up as well. So that's why we're getting a lot of erratic sleep at the moment. Lower back pain, this is to do with the roots. You're holding on to past issues, and they are holding us back. If you're holding on to past issues, that can hold you back from moving forward. It could also be about money issues, money worries, or the way you've been brought up to think about money. So again, there could be something that needs clearing there, some energetics that needs clearing. Or if you feel like that you've always been the one to keep the peace, or that you're not good enough, you know, you're not good enough, or you're not worthy. If you have those feelings around you from past traumas, that, you know, that can be to do with the lower back. Okay, so if you are feeling that, this is really being pulled forward now, because this energy wants you to move forward. Okay, this is what it's there for. It's to upgrade us. It's to move us forward. And if we got this lower energy stuck there, that is really being forced upon you now, these feelings, to clear it, to get rid of it. So if you've got any of that, look into those past issues then. Lymphatic issues as well. This is about the sacral. Now, the sacral is all about the creation, about sexual codes that are blocked or inhibited, or feeling like you're stuck in a rut. So again, if there's any sort of any sexual issues that you need to be resolved, get those sorted out. And if you're feeling sort of stuck in a rut, when it comes to creation, you know that you are a very creative person, but you just can't do it anymore. You just haven't got that feeling to do it. Then there's a blockage there, and it can affect the lymphatic system, or lymphatic issues coming up. So to help with your lymphatic system, you need to move. You need to keep yourself active and move in, sort of like rebounding or jumping or jogging or things like that. That helps with your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. You have to move to get that lymphatic flow around you. Dry body brushing is another one that's really good. So before you get in the shower with a dry brush, quite a stiff brush, you brush for all of the body, from the feet up towards the heart, the body up towards the heart, and the arms along down towards the heart, all brush towards the heart. That's really good to get in the lymphatic system going. Saunas are really good as well for and massages. Okay, so if you do feel like you've got lymphatic issues, there are a few things there. If you feel you're struggling to swallow as well, this is around the throat chakra issues, or you feel like you can't speak, or you're not being heard. It could be that you're not being your authentic self. Okay. You may feel like you're being ridiculed as well for, you know, if you are trying to be your authentic self, and you're being ridiculed, then that's when you're finding it hard to swallow, or, you know, throat issues. Or if you've got low self-esteem as well, you'll find this as well coming up in the throat. Okay, let's move forward. Accelerated sex drive, or the Kundalini rising. So the Kundalini is a very powerful energy around in the base sort of chakra, in that lower energy part of the body. They liken it to like a snake that's curled up, and then when it's the right time, it feels like that energy unravels and comes up the body. Now, you can get, a lot of people are doing like Kundalini activations and helping to raise the Kundalini energy, and I would say be very careful of that. Be very, very careful of that. Let that energy rise naturally on its own when it's ready to. Don't force it. It's a very, very strong and powerful energy, and it can damage you. Okay, so if that is brought on too quickly, too much force, it can damage the brain and, you know, the third eye, the crown, because you're pushing a very strong energy before it's ready to come up, pushing it right up, and then it can cause damage. So be very careful when these you know, you get in retreats and things like that, that could help in the Kundalini rise. I'd be very sort of wary about doing that. Just let it take its own natural course when the body is ready, when the energetics of all where it's got to go through is ready. Those parts of you has cleared, any blockages has cleared. If you know, if you get it forced to rise up to a certain place and you have got say, you know, you're stuck here, you've got a blockage within the throat and you haven't cleared that, you get that energy forced up, where's it going to go? It's going to get stuck, higher heart, and you're going to have too much energy there and it can cause problems. So don't force the Kundalini energy, let that just come when it's ready to. But you may feel with these energies that it is starting to activate, okay? Next one, detached from dates and time, multidimensional self is coming online. So as we raise into those higher fourth and fifth dimensional energies, we're getting out of that linear time. Now, like I've said many a time, there's no such thing as time. Time becomes entangled. It's all one. It's all happening now. So that past, the present, the future, it feels like it's all starting to merge a bit. Okay, so if you are sort of becoming very detached from time and dates, this is what is happening. As you are rising those energies, time gets a bit wibbly wobbly. Okay, next one, twin flame remembrance. So this is to do with your the higher chakras, again coming online. And you may start to recognise or feel with the recognition, not just always visually. In fact, it's more of a feeling of recognition, that, you know, of a twin flame. Now, twin flames are not very often romantic. People have this strange notion that your twin flame is the romantic one, the love of your life, and it's not. It's very, very rarely that. It can just be people that you meet, a friendship. It can even be animals, okay? So if you may be getting that twin flame remembrance or that feeling of somebody that you know that you sorry, Inga, hang on, there's something, I just got the low connection, I couldn't read your thing. I bought a trampoline, it's great, and I go on it every day. Brilliant, yeah, trampolining for the lymphatic system, really good, yeah, well done. Yeah, so you may be getting that recognition of your twin flame, that sort of, that knowing that you've known that person forever, and that connection. Next one, relationship problems. There's lots of these going on at the moment, and you know, a lot of them resolving in breakups and divorce. It's your one soul upgrading and the other one is stagnating. So it's one soul, one you know, one of the couple sort of thing, as their soul is upgrading, the other one isn't yet. They're not there yet. They're not ready. They're not in that same timeline as you. So there could be like lots of arguments, feeling like you're not understood. It's like a critical frequency mismatch, you know. Whereas when you met, you were on the same frequency, you were on the same understandings, you got on, you was very much in love, and you go along and fine. And then very, very gradually things change. And especially now more, I mean, this can happen, this would have happened all through time, obviously, but it's happening more, it's more exaggerated now because of these energies coming on. And where we're all in different places, we're not all at the same level. So, you know, you can be in a relationship and you can be taking all of this on and doing a lot of your work and understanding and you know, expanding yourself. And your partner may be thinking, what a load of bollocks. That's a load of rubbish. But if you like that love, you get on with it, sort of thing. And this is where you can have the differences. Then your energies are very different. So it's not just sort of your mindset, your energies are very different as well. And that can then obviously cause a lot of problems. And it's something that you really have to go into your heart and to work out what it is that you're going to do. Are you going to stay in that relationship that you know actually doesn't work anymore? And it's very hard. This is very hard for people at the moment. But it's time, you know, if you're feeling like that way, this is the time to come into your own empowerment, you know, your own sovereignty. So face those issues, because they're not going to go away. Okay, so you've got to face it. You've got to sort of like, okay, now if I stay in this is going to really drag me down. Is this right for my soul expansion? You know, we are changing so much and going forward. If this is hard for people to hear and understand at the moment, just keep this in the back of your head, because as we move forward more, it may become a lot clearer and you may think, yes, do you know what, I really do need to change. I do need to leave this relationship for me to move forward. Okay, so this is a very sort of, this can be a very sad one, you know, but it's saying that, you know, that person came into your life for a reason at that time, and now that time may be up, that, you know, it's time now to move on. Okay, next one. I don't belong here on earth. So this is about your earth star, your root chakra or your base chakra, or meridian issues, again, mostly with the root. Your connection to Gaia's heart. So it's difficult when you have like low energies and then from that higher dimension coming in. So call upon your counsel for help here, because what it is, you're a higher being that's come here at this time to see this process through, to help us go through this ascension. And you know that you are a higher being. But when we come here, we're pushed into this very low dense energy, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I've had a few episodes, if you like, of like, I've had enough. I've had enough, please. You know, it's so difficult down here. It's so lower energy down here. I just feel like I want to go back up to that higher energy. Not that, don't get me wrong, this wasn't a suicide thing. It was just like, I just want to be back up in that higher energy. It's too low. I know I don't belong in this lower, denser energy. So try and detach again from all the 3D crap that's going on. Really do come into your time, come into your heart. As I say, ask if you need help from your higher consciousness or your counsel. Bring them into some help for you to help you through this sort of time. But this is very common, actually, very sort of common. So if you are feeling like that, you're not alone. Inga, that's how I was feeling, but I'm not so bad now. Yes, it doesn't actually last too long, thank goodness. Sorry, I'm just going to cross my legs. It doesn't last too long, but when it hits, it's like you're fairly sort of quite high vibrational, tripping along, yeah, lovely, and also you go right down. It's like I can't deal with this energy. I can't deal with what's going on. This is so low, and it does get very overwhelming. But then you must really sort of like pick yourself up quickly, realise what's happening, and really, as I said, go into your heart, do all of the things that you know brings you joy, connect with your higher self, your counsel, ask them to give you that help, that lift up again, and it does pass pretty quickly. You felt really sad, yeah, just wanted to go home. Yes, I know exactly how you feel. It's it's quite strange really, because you sort of, what I did is I used to have a go at all, you know, my counsel and that, be like, oh, you've got no idea what it's like down here. You know, if you came down here, you'd understand how difficult it is with all these lower energies and blah, blah, blah. We're having a right old moan at them. And then I'd sit there and laugh, because I just think, I'm talking to myself, because they are me. Yeah? Your counsel, everything is you. So I was like having a go at myself. So yeah, it's just about sort of like getting yourself back together again, and you will get those lower times. You will. So don't worry, they do. So did you find that, Inga, when you had that, did you find that it passed quite quickly? Sort of like maybe the next day you felt a lot better. How quick did that go for you? Next one, weight loss or root purging. So we sort of mentioned before about the purging, didn't we? With these sudden energy changes that are coming in, and lots of clearing to be done, holding on to a lot of shit in your life. So if you are doing that, if you are holding on to a lot of crap that's going on in your life, then you can find all of a sudden the root purging, it's clearing it all out, and with that comes some weight loss. So that lasted about 2 days for you. Yes, yeah, a day or two. Had a good talk to Wayne. About on Sunday trip. Yes. Yeah, it is good. It's good to talk to other people. You know, when you get together with your tribe, your like-minded friends, people, your little groups of people, talk to them about these things, because it can be that they're going through the same sort of thing, or been through the same sort of thing, felt like that way as well. So the more that, you know, you talk about this, then it's like, oh yeah, I felt like this, or I did this and this really helped me. So which is why we've got to really sort of come together and, you know, and help each other through this. The next one, extreme weight gain as well. This can be where you have a blocked root or mother wounding. So a lot of healing, you know, issues from the mother aspect. Held on trauma. So if you're holding a lot of trauma around that, then that could be an issue as well that you need to clear, need to do some work on. So you can get a lot of this weight gain if it is, you know, like to do with the mother sort of lessons and learning, and that it can really be around the belly sort of area as well. Eating problems, again, this is another root problem. So eating problems is that you're not eating enough, or you're maybe eating too much, and that could be like emotional issues. So if there's if you feel like that you're doing that, if there's an emotional issue around your eating problems, then get help for that. And I will say that hypnotherapy is brilliant for those sort of things. And addictive issues as well, spiraling. So again, that is the root blockage chakra. So again, you're try and disconnect from the 3D world. You're getting too much into all the doom and gloom again there. So you're going back into that addictive whatever it is that you're addicted to, you're attaching yourself to that to take you away from all of the 3D sort of stuff, or issues, trauma that you haven't cleared before. And again, seek help for that as well. And again, as I say, hypnotherapy is brilliant for that as well. it's what it does. It helps the root cause. Hypnotherapy will find the root cause of these issues. Okay, we're getting near the end. There's lots, isn't there? I bet you didn't realise there were so many. Old issues starting to come back again. So like aches and pains are being brought forward to be released from the past trauma that you've had. So it could be something like, you broke your leg or something years and years ago. Feeling fine, absolutely fine for years and years, and all of a sudden you're getting pain there now. Where you had that breakage, you're getting pain there. And that's because there was trauma in that area. And these energies are coming in and they're really sort of highlighting it now as they're pushing that trauma, that energy, that lower energy, they're pushing that out. So yeah, you may be finding a lot of aches and pains are being brought forward at the moment. If that's the case, then do some grounding, drink plenty of water. And I mentioned that one before. Another one is, I mean, that's really mainly our ones, but don't forget our animals as well. Our animals, they are also getting this energy. Everything's getting the energy as it's coming in. So everything on this earth is getting these energies. The plants, everything is getting it, but the animals are as well. And so you'll notice maybe like your pets, they can also be, they might be, on or off their food. It might be like one day they're just hungry all the time and on at you for, bits and pieces and food. And other days they're completely off. They don't want food at all. They may be drinking more water, so make sure they've got plenty of water down for them. And you may find that they're laying down more and sleeping more, which they do mostly anyway, don't they? But they just want to sort of be left, because what they're doing by just sort of laying around, and especially if they want to go out in the sun, is that they're grounding. They're finding that healing from the sun, and they're grounding by laying sort of down. So they're natural grounders, animals. They know how to do it. It's us, we've lost that ability to do that naturally. But animals, they will naturally do their own grounding. And that's why it's grounding for us to be around animals, because they're lovely and grounded. So as we go through these changes, we start to disconnect from that 3D matrix, and this is what this ascension is all about. So stay grounded as much as you can. Don't get attached and dragged into that 3D that's playing out. Raise your vibrations higher, okay? So whatever you're seeing, make sure your vibrations are higher than that. So meditate. Okay, meditation is great, and connect within, go within yourself. Breath work is very good. Grounding activities, like I say, go check out that last video I did about grounding. Self-care and love and therapies that you may sort of feel like will benefit you as well. Take control. Now you have the choice at what vibration that you are at, what frequency you're at. It's your responsibility where you are. Don't blame others, it's this or it's that. No, it's you. It's where you're attaching, it's where you're not doing your work, your healing. It's not you're not doing the right activities for you. So you take control. Okay, this is your journey, you take control. Hold your sovereignty and don't give your power away. Okay, so more and more you will also be feeling that overwhelming sense of love. The more that you raise these vibrations, your vibrations, as the energy is coming in, raising, helping to raise, and you're clearing, and your energies are going up, and then you'll start to really feel that overwhelming sense of love moving in you more and more. It's our natural state of being. This is what we're going back to. So you will start to feel more and more of that wonderful high vibrational love feeling, which is fantastic. Now I will be doing a healing session on here. I'm doing another live. I'm not sure when. I don't know if it'll be this week. Hopefully I'm going to try and get it to you as quick as possible, because with things going on at the moment, what with the energies coming in and all the stuff going on in the world, I think we're going to need it. It's going to be a healing for your chakras and for grounding, help you to ground and to clear your chakras and become more balanced and aligned. So I will be doing that shortly. I need to check my diary and see when I can fit that in. Hopefully, like I say, this week, the sooner the better. So I think that is about all for today. I have no idea what the time is. But I just want to say before I do go, happy birthday, Kate, for tomorrow as well. But thank you all for coming on and listening to all that. I know there was a lot there tonight, but there's a lot to talk about, the things that are going on. So I hope some of that was helpful, and that, you know, you felt like you got a bit more understanding to why you may be feeling like some of these ways that you have been. But thank you all for coming on, whether you're on here live, thank you for coming on, or whether you're going to be on catch up, thank you, or whether you're going to see this on YouTube. So thank you, thank you. So I shall leave you there. Any questions, as normal, just fire them over, comment or private message me. But do contact. Okay, so thank you very much, and from my heart, with love. Bye bye.